Fantastic Mr. Fox. Chapter 8. The fox began to starve. That evening, the three tents were put up in the crater of the hill. One for Bogies, one for Bruce, and one for Bean. The tents surround Mr. Fox's home, and the three farmers sat outside their tents eating their suppers. Bogies had 3 boiled chickens smothered in dumplings. Bruce had 6 donuts filled with disgusting goofy paste, and Bean had 2 gallons of cider. All 3 of them kept their guns beside them. Bogies picked up the steaming chicken and hurried too close to the fox's hole. "Can you smell this, Mr. Fox?" he shouted. "Lovely tender chicken. Why don't you come and get it?" The rich scent of chicken wafted down the tunnel to where the foxes were crouching. "Oh, Dad," said one of the small foxes. "Couldn't we just sneak up and snatch it out of his hand?" "Don't you dare," said Mrs. Fox. "That's just what they want to do." "But we're so hungry," they cried. "How long will it be till we get something to eat?" Their mother didn't answer them, nor did their father. There was no answer to give. As the darkness fell, Bruce and Bean switched on the powerful handpumps in the 2 tractors and shone them onto the hole. "Now," said Bean, "we'll take it into turn to keep the watch. The watchers is to sleep, so on through the night." Bogies said, "What if the fox digs the hole right through the hair and comes out the other side?" "You didn't think about that one, did you?" "Of course I did," said Bean, pretending he had. "Go on then, tell me the answer," said Bogies. Bean picked up something small and bragged of his ear and flicked it away. "How many men have you got working on your farm?" he asked. 35, Bogies said. "I got 36, Bruce said. "And I've got 37, Bean said. "Let's make 108 men altogether. We must order them to surround the hill. Each man will have a gun and a flashlight. There'll be no escape them for Mr. Fox." So the order went down the farmers, and that met 180 men from a tattling around the bottom of the hill. They were armed with sticks and guns and hatchets and pistols and all sorts of other horrible weapons. This made it quite impossible for a fox or indeed for any other animal to escape from the hill. The next day, the watching and watching went on. The waiting and waiting went on. Bogies and Bruce and Bean sat upon small stools, standing at the fox's hole. They didn't talk much. They just sat there with their guns on their laps. Every so often, Mr. Fox would creep a little closer towards the mouth of the tunnel and take a sniff. Then he would creep back again and say, "They're still there." "Are you quite sure?" Mrs. Fox would ask. "Positive," said Mr. Fox. "I can smell that bean a mile away. He stinks." Chapter 9. Mr. Fox had a plan. For 3 days and 3 nights was waiting game went on. "How long can Fox do without food or water?" Bogies asked on the 3rd day. "Not much longer now," Bean told him. "He'll make a run for it soon. He'll have to." Bean was right. Down the tunnel, the foxes were slowly but surely starving to death. "If only we could have just a teeny sip of water," said one of the small foxes. "Oh, Dad, can you do something? Couldn't we make a dash for it, Dad? We'd have a little bit of chance, wouldn't we?" "No chance at all," snapped Mrs. Fox. "I refuse to let you go up there and fetch those guns. I'd sooner you stay down here and die in peace." Mr. Fox had not spoken for a long time. He had been sitting quite still, his eyes closed, but not even hearing that the others were saying. Mrs. Fox knew that he was trying desperately to think of a way out. And now, as she looked at him, she saw him stop himself and get slowly to his feet. He looked back at his wife. There was a little spark of excitement dancing for in his eyes. "What is it, darling?" said Mrs. Fox quickly. "I just had a bit of idea," Mr. Fox said carefully. "What?" they cried. "Oh, Dad, what is it?" "Come on," said Mrs. Fox. "Tell us quickly." "Where?" said Mr. Fox. Then he stopped and sadly looked his head. He sat down again. "It's no good," he said. It won't work after all." Why not that? Because it means more digging, and we aren't any or us strong enough for that after 3 days and nights without food. Yes, we are that, cried the small foxes, jumping up and running to their father. We can do it. You see if we can't, so can you. Mr. Fox looked at the 4 small foxes and he smiled. What a fine children I have, he thought. And they were starving to death, and they haven't had a drink for 3 days. But they are still unfed. I must not let them down. I suppose we could give a try, he said. Let's go, Dad. Tell us what you want to do. Slowly, Mrs. Fox got to her feet. She was suffering more than any of them from the lack of food and water. She was very weak. I am so sorry, she said, but I don't think I am going to much help. You stay right where you are, my darling, said Mr. Fox. We can handle this by ourselves. The end.